Hi friends, I am here again to take another class for you. Today again we are going to discuss another subtopic of teaching aptitude, that is levels of teaching. Okay, the levels of teaching. There are three levels of teaching are there. That is memory level, second is the understanding level, third is the reflective level. So today we discuss these three topics, three subtopics in a detailed way. The levels of teaching. First one is the memory level. It's the memory level. Memory level, it is very clear that we are taking it directly from the memory without going any thinking or anything, just asking and getting the answer as the memory level. It is put forwarded by the Herbert. Okay, it is put forward by Herbert. Just keep the name of the person. Okay, Herbert. He has discussed about this memory level. Next one is understanding level. Understanding level is something higher than the memory level. Understanding means we have to know about a thing, then think about it, then we apply on it. Okay, that is the understanding level. This level of teaching is put forward by Morrison. And third one is the reflective level. Reflective level, it is utmost or the highest level of teaching. In this, the grown-up person, how they think, how they do their studies, all these things come under the reflective level, the highest level of thinking and teaching level. Okay, it is put forward by Hunt. So you just keep these names in your memory. That is, the memory level is put forward by Herbert, understanding level it is put forward by Morrison, and reflective level it's put forward by Hunt. Okay, don't forget, keep these names in your uh, memory list. Okay, so the first one is memory level. So the levels of teaching, the first one is the memory level. It is the lowest level of teaching. It is the lowest level means for the small children, that is the pre-primary section. We have to aim the pre-primary section, that is lowest level. What that is, we are teaching them the alphabets. We just say an alphabet or the letter, they repeat it. Okay, you just keep it in the memory. Rote memory is happening there. It is the lowest level, that is the memory level. Least thoughtful level, they never think about the matter what we are teaching them. The least, that is the pre-primary students, they never think about what the teacher is saying. They just repeat it and just keep them in the memory and they just produce it. Okay, there is no thoughtful process happening in the memory level. Next is cognitive level. Cognitive is intellectual level, that is we are, when we hear a thing a lot of time, it will reach to our memory and store it there. That is why the teachers always say, when you are listening, when you are sitting inside a class, you just listen. Listening give a lot of memory level to you. Okay, when you hear a thing, when you see a thing, it reaches to your memory and keep it there in your memory. Okay, so you just want to revise it, then that is only needed. So cognitive level is intellectual level. Intellectual, just what is giving, it's giving it back. Okay, then rote memory. Rote memory means just we gave the repetition. The small classes, what we do, the teachers do, you just go to the classes. What they do is that they repeat the things again and again and again. And what the students do, they just listen it, they just repeat it, and they just keep it in their memory. When the teacher asks the question, they repeat it back. Okay, the rhyming words, rhyming, not the rhyming words, the rhyming. As we give the poems in a rhyming way, so they recite them in a dancey way and they keep that in the memory and they replace it, or they, what they do is that replay, not replace, they replay them and as the same way the teacher has given them. So that is the level in which they always trust the teacher in a whole level. They never thought about it. Whatever the teacher says or whatever the teacher do, they just take it to their memory and they read, and what they do, they give it back. Okay, a give and take is very fast in the memory level. It is in the lowest level, especially in the pre-primary section, that is before the LKG or LKG, UKG, and before that level we use this memory level. That is lowest level, is the least thoughtful level. They never think about anything. They don't know about what the teacher is teaching or anything else. Okay, they just repeat what the teacher is saying. They trust the teacher in a full level. It's a cognitive level. I told it earlier itself, it's a rote memory, repeating and repeating and repeat and keep that in the memory. That is the 4 points you have to keep in memory. Next, the memory level, its characteristics. What is the specialty? What is the specialty about the memory level? What are the specialty? Rapidity. This way is an easy way. How the way? If a teacher is reciting a poem line by line, that students what they do, they just pick the words, they also recite in the same way. A teacher is say a letter, they say the same letter in the same way the teacher pronounce it. Okay, so the rapidity, the speed in way the students are taking it. Stability is the stability means what you gave that you get back. Okay, the stability is the rapidity in recall. See, in the small classes, it is easy for your teacher to teach because you just to say what you needed to teach in the class. Okay, they just recall and give it back. You just repeat and repeat the same words, they will give it back. The serviceable means it is easy to serve. Okay, the teacher is easy to serve to the classes, not like the upper classes. In the upper classes, they may ask the questions, they may have doubts. In the small classes, they don't have any doubts. They just listen to the teacher, they do what the teacher says, they just do what the teacher says and just repeating and recalling it back and forgetting the irrelevant things. They don't take the irrelevant things. Okay, they just go through what the teacher says. Materials organized, planned, and externally motivated. That is the main thing the teacher has to keep that in mind is that she should be organized it in a well manner. If the teacher want to take a class, let us say for first she teaches the alphabets, then come the words, then come the sentences. So it is a step by step organized and planned process. And then she gave them the beautiful poems to the students in whatever language it is. They just pick it up and they sometimes they make action songs and they are very happy to be inside the classroom. Okay, so it should be in an organized way. She should have a correct planning to keep the students in her hand. Externally motivated, they should be always motivated. We see in the primary classes the teacher sometimes claps, make the students to stand up and make them to sit down. Some small plays inside the classes. Why? They want to be inside and motivated in a very well mannered way. Otherwise they will be deviated from the class. So the memory level characteristics is it's very rapid. Rapidly means very fast way. Stable means it has a stability. Equilibrium is the what the teacher give it back as the same way. Rapidity and recall, what the teacher says they will repeat it and recall it in a special way or in a rapid way. Serviceableness, it is easy to serve. Forgetting irrelevant things. Okay, they are not taking the bad things. Okay, only good things they are taking. The materials organized and planned, that is should be very organized. These are the characteristics of memory level. Okay, memory level, its merits and memory levels, its merits and demerits. Merits is that is teacher centric. Okay, it is very teacher centric. What the teacher say, that the teacher students do. Nobody questions it. Nobody have any doubts. They just repeat the teacher and what the teacher says. That is the teacher is the a teacher is like a god. They believe in whatever the teacher says and they just do what the teacher says. So the teacher is a sender and teacher has a power in it. And it is a lower level. Next is it is in the lower level. I told you earlier itself. It is for the KG sections. Okay, to grasp difficult, they are not able to grasp the difficult things. Okay, only simpler things are there. Then basics of teaching, it's a we know that the basics of it teaching start from the pre-primary section. Okay, pre-primary sections we start our study level. Okay, learning level. Okay, so the teaching should be start from the basis is the memory level. What is the demerits? Is just rote learning. Rote learning, there is no thoughts. Okay, it is thoughtless. Rote learning, there is no thoughts and whatever the teacher says that students will repeat it without knowing whether it is right, wrong or whatever it is. That is why the pronunciation of some students are not right in some cases. Why? Because they repeat the way the teacher says or repeat the way that the teacher pronounce it. Okay, so that we can see. So it's there is some kind of demerits is there. If there is any bad qualities in teacher, the students will recall it as, or rote learning way, they repeat it in the same way. Okay, they lack motivation. Okay, just what they do going on. Okay, they always need motivation. If there is any lack of the motivation, the students will deviate from the class. Strict discipline, the teacher is the power of the memory level, so there is a strict discipline can be followed by the teacher. That is another demerit. Okay, so students are not getting enough freedom there. Only external, they are getting just external, not inside. They are not thoughtful, they are just listening to the class, taking it, whether it is right or wrong, positive, negative, whatever things, whatever the qualities of a teacher, good or bad, all these things are getting to the student. So it is just external, and it is rote learning, it is thoughtlessness, lack motivation, strict discipline is maintained in the class, and only external is happening, not to the internal level. There is nothing getting into the internal level, just the words, sentences, like that things only getting what the teacher is giving to the students. So it can be considered as a demerits. Okay, there is some good merits also, the demerits is also there. Now we can go to the next level. Understanding level. Just above the memory level come the understanding level. From this onwards, the students are able to understand what the teacher says. Okay, that is secondary level come under this perceiving. The first point is perceiving. The secondary level, we can see the understanding level. If from this level onwards, they have doubts, they clear about the doubts, they will ask the questions, understand? They are able to think about the matter. See, we see in the small classes, first we teach them 1, 2, 3 and all up to 100, then 1000, like that we will teach them. Okay. Later classes, when they reach the third standard, we started making them to study the multiplication and division. When they reach the somewhat more level, understanding level, they started to apply this multiplication, division, all these things in the problems they have given. So they reach the understanding level. In smaller classes, English also same thing. We just study the letters, words, sentences. Okay, later they study the past tense, future, all these things. Okay, then they started to understand them. Then they started using them in their sentences. So perceiving, it is happening in the secondary level. Understanding level, it is happening in the secondary level. It's thoughtful. Thoughtful means they should have the capacity to apply whatever they studied. Interactive teacher and student. Here the teacher is not the center. Okay, the students and teacher is like friends. They have to give and take is happening. The teacher gave something to the students. Students can ask the questions back. If they had doubts, they can clear it. Okay, understand? So there is an interaction is happening between teacher and a student. Higher quality, better than that of the that is memory level. Higher quality is happening here. Principles applied, I told you earlier, a lot of principle we study in the small classes. Okay, division, multiplication, whatever the things. Okay, then we studied in science also, we studied some laws and all these things. We started applying in the secondary level. Knowledge in real life, they started to understand the things, comparing and studied the things and compare it with the real situation. So they are thoughtful now. They are understanding level. They are in an understanding level, so they are not able to compare it with the real life also. So all these things are happening in the understanding level. Perceiving, thoughtful, interactive, high quality, principles is applied, knowledge is real life. All these things are the main points we have to keep in mind about the understanding level. Okay. The understanding level also have merits and demerits. The understanding level also have merits and demerits. What are the merits? Is intelligence and reason. The applying of reason is happening in the understanding level. In memory level, there is no thoughts. Okay, understand? They just a cognitive level. Here, intelligence and reason is applying. Base to reflective level. It is a base to reflective level. And next to the understanding level is the reflective level. The base for that is happening in the understanding level. It is more stable than the memory level. More stable than the memory level because they are able to understand it. They are applying it. So they are able to understand what they are studying. Connected to the earlier. First they study something. I told you earlier itself. If it is a English class, They study the words, sentences, and the small grammar things. Later they know how to apply it in the problems they have given. Understand? So they are connecting it to the earlier level. Understanding is happening there. So merits is that it is intelligent, is reason is using the base to the reflective level is happening. It's more stable, connect to earlier level. Okay, it is connecting to the earlier level, and it is understanding is happening there. What are the demerits? Subject centric. It is very subject centric. From here onwards we are focusing on special subjects. Okay, from the small classes we just study science. Okay, then maths, then we study what English, what Hindi, or whatever it is. Okay, when we reach the secondary level we started to focusing on physics, chemistry. Okay, then biology, and again EVS, like that we are just changing it to different levels. Okay, maths also we study algebras, geometrical, and different, again changing. In English also we study different, that is the difference between a story, a poetry, what is the difference is there, how to write a poetry, what all things are in that, rhyming words is there. We are getting into the internal levels of the studying. Okay, whatever we study learning, we are getting inside to it. Okay, subject centric, it becomes subject centric. External motivation mastery is emphasized. For this also we need some kind of motivations. If motivations is not there, the students are not get interested into study. Here also cognitive is happening there. Cognitive means we have to, according to the intelligence only we are able to digest all these things. Okay, if we have not enough intelligence we are not able to understand what the teacher is taking, and to apply them in the proper way. So that is happening here. Understand? So in the understanding level, the student should have an intelligent level to understand them and to apply them. If it is not there, they are not able to do it in a proper way. So that is the demerit of understanding. So the merits and demerits, I think you are able to understand it. You must keep that after the memory level then come the understanding level. Okay, keep that in mind. It is higher than the memory level, and here it is more stable. It is here we are using the reasons, we are able to apply the things. Both the teacher and students both are interactive. Understand? It is subject centric. Most often it is subject centric. Next we are going to the reflective level. Reflective level is the last level. Only 3 levels are there. First one is the memory, we told about, it is for the small section students to the primary sections. Okay, then we are reaching to the secondary level, it become the understanding level. Then reflective level, it is to the higher education, especially for the degree PG students. Okay, for reflective level, here we can see that they now reached a position in which they are able to study themselves and to apply them in the problems. Understand that PhD they are doing, thesis they are doing different articles. They are able to understand the studies well. They are able now able ready to write for the exams. It's in a proper way. Reflective level, we can see all these things. It's an insightfulness. You are deeply getting into a subject. When you reach the degree level, you study the English. How do you study the English? In a detailed manner. Even in the English you have different levels, like criticism is the, again there is phonetics is there. You are getting more deeper into the subject, so you are getting an insight into it. If you are studying music is also, then what happens is that you are getting into the deep things. You are getting into different kinds of charanams, whatever it is, different things we are studying there. Okay, and then again if you are studying the science, you are getting physics or maths, whatever it is, you are going to different levels. Okay, in maths also we see the statics is the, then again changes is there, algebraical section is there. So again topics are studying for them, and we are getting insightful, means you are getting deep into that. Deep study of a subject is happening in the reflective level. It is learner centric. It is learner centric means the teacher has no role there, just want to motivate them, that's all. The learner has to take the initiative. He has to know about the subject, so he has to take the initiative steps, solve real problems of life. So what he has studied up to this time, they are trying to use it in the real life situations. It is problem centric. Problem centric means If they reach a problem, they know how to solve it. It thoughtful means he has to use his reasonable level has to be built up, then only he is able to use it in the proper way. Not bounded to curriculum, it's not bounded to curriculum, it is connected to the real life situations, it is connected to the studies also. Okay, both is happening here, so it is not bounded to curriculum, we cannot put inside a curriculum. So it is somewhat broader than that. If somebody is doing a PhD, we cannot say it is not in curriculum. Okay, it is go to in a deeper level study of a subject. So reflective level, you keep that it is about degree, PG and PhD, like that is a reflective level of teaching they mean, that is going deeper into a subject. It is insightful. Insight means getting into, insightful learning, learner centric it is, that is a learner has to take the all the steps. Okay, solve the real problems, problem centric. Okay, problem centric means problem is the center here, not subject. Okay, we have to solve each problems and reaching the reaching deep into the subject. It should be thoughtful, not bounded to curriculum. Okay, these are the main things we have to keep in mind about the reflective level. So next is reflective levels, reflective levels, merits and demerits. It is learner centric. It is a merit. So the student can move here and there according to his own space. Okay. Then it is interactive and thoughtful. Interactive means he is interacting with different kinds of people, not only with the teacher, different people who have the connection with these subjects. Okay. And is thoughtful means he has to take his full responsibility, has to take his full responsibility and use his intelligence to think about the matter and to discuss about it. His problem centric, already we have mentioned it. No curriculum is not there because it is opened up. The teacher can be criticized. Here the teacher can be criticized. If teacher will give an idea, the student is able to criticize it, and they can also take it. Okay, that is according to the student's idea. No doubt the teacher has not main role here, only the learner has their role here. Understand? So learner centric, interactive, problem centric, no curriculum, teacher can be criticized. And in the reflective level there is also some defects, not for small children. Reflective level is not for small children. I told already itself, it is above the secondary level, that is a degree. You can think of the higher education system. Okay, study material is not organized. It is not organized, not pre-planned. It has to done according to the situation. So it depends upon the intellectual level and reasoning level of the student. Otherwise, it will deviate from them. So according to the intellectual level, reasoning level and application level of the student only, the reflective level can be built up. So it is different for different students. Their intellectual level is different, and we cannot say we get equal amount of production from the students. Okay, it will vary according to their intellectual level, their reasoning level, their application level, and their understanding level. Understand? So now we have studied three levels. Which are the three levels? One is the Yesterday the three levels. One is the memory level. Memory level I have already told you, it is for the small children. Okay, understand, the small children, there is pre-KG, KG section and all. And then next we talked about the understanding level. It is for the secondary level. So we started applying the things. Understand, here the teacher and the students have an interaction. And next third level is the higher level, that is the reflective level. It is, we have already said that it is by the higher level. We told earlier itself, it is for the higher sections, that is higher education system. So the learner is the center of it, and he has to face the real problems and to give solution to it. So these are the three levels of teaching. Three levels of teaching. I think you are understood it. Only three levels: memory level, understanding level, and reflective level. Keep that in mind. Usually they will ask one or two questions from this side. Usually one question, it will be from, maybe from the memory level, sometimes from understanding level, sometimes from the reflective level. So you should know how to apply. First you study all these points well, then apply them in the question paper. Sometimes they will ask the direct questions, sometimes they will ask indirect questions. So you should be well prepared to answer it. For that, what you have to do is that I have given you the notes here. Just go through it, study well these points. Okay, you have to study well these points, then only you are able to give answer to the questions very well. Okay, today I am going to stop the class today. So I just revise it for you. That is the three levels. That is the memory level, understanding level, and the reflective level. Please subscribe this channel. You can see the next video whenever I upload it. So I am going to upload it soon. So you just please subscribe this one, and keep in touch with me. We can see in the next class. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.